Hey guys, my name is Thana and welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing the Mitsubishi Xpander. Now I know what you think, Thana, really MPV? That's what I thought when I got the car from Con, but when I drove the Xpander, I was pleasantly surprised. You'll know why in this video. So let's get started. The Xpander, what is it? Well, first and foremost, it's a stupid name, Xpander, because it doesn't expand to anything else. It's just what it is. But I guess the name behind Xpander is the fact it expands your life. It can do much more than what it is seemingly is. It looks like an SUV, but it isn't. It's a proper 7-seater with looks to match. And well, specs wise, it's a 1.5 natural aspirated engine. It's got about 105 PS, about 143 Nm of torque. The power range is like, how do I say, it's similar to my old Almera, it's similar to the Arus, it's similar to other 1.5 natural aspirated engines. But what's on paper, it's not what you actually get, because the car handles way different than what you think it will do on paper. The looks wise, let's get closer. The front grille, the shield, obviously, if you look at the Outlander, the Triton, and now obviously the Xpander, they all have the shield there. Some people love it, some people don't. They say it's a shield, but I don't get the shield because the shield is supposed to be round. This shield somehow has a blank hole here, but I get the shield. The fact it's coming out and it's giving the car more of a protective feel to it. What I like most about this look is the fact that this is the headlight. This isn't, but other than that, it's a lot of chrome bits, and I think if they come out with a blacker version or blacked out version, I think it will look awesome. So the front is definitely an issue with some people. Some love it, some hate it. What do you think? Well, to me, the front is obviously it is what it is. If you like the Mitsubishi brand name, you gotta live with this front. This is a shield that comes out in all their SUV platforms. In front, what do we have here? Now, obviously, down here we've got the headlights. These are the main lights, which I think is quite interesting. These are actually plastic, so and a very thin plastics, if you can see there. Yeah, so good or bad, I'm not really sure. It's quite low to the ground, so most SUVs, the lights are over here. This is lower to the ground, so I would think it will get much further distance of lighting capacity opposed to a typical headlight up in front there. These obviously I think are DRLs. They light up the lights when you are driving in the daytime. Down here you got some fog lamps here. You got this nice little embellishment there. And down here we see this is a camera. So it does come with 360 camera, one in the front, back and the sides. You got the two hook cover here, which is nicely, neatly covered up. And the color combination of the silver and the chrome and the body color, I think it kind of breaks up it quite nicely. And the front, if you look at this, it looks sporty enough. It looks sporty enough that this could be in a Triton or Outlander. When you go to the side, that's where the problem starts, because if you think about a MPV is riddled, or it's possessed by this issue. But the fact is, how to make a car or MPV that's big enough and comfortable and spacious, but yet not make it look boxy. And I think this is a challenge is there, because you make it square and long, it'll be comfortable inside. There'll be a big space inside like an Alfa or a Velfire. But the problem with that is it will look boxy. So here the done is they put these lines over here, this wrinkle or this cut line, which I think is quite nice. So you must understand, you want space inside because this is an MPV, but yet they're giving you that edges, the lines there to make it a little more sportier. Cut the top and the bottom, and even the bottom here they've got this silver colored lines or the skirting there, which kind of breaks up the top and the bottom. On the top here of the mirror, I love this fact over here. This small little piece here, I think it's quite ingenious, because this piece over there makes it look as if this top part here is actually floating. So this is actually plastic, but it does the job to make sure that the car looks separated. On the side, you got this 3D shaped tail lights, which again are quite nice. I do like the fact it comes out. It's not like flush with the body itself. And these two pieces here, they are functional. So yeah, kudos to that. Up in the back, what do you have? Well, you have shade. It's a hot day, guys. I'm trying my best here to do a video in one take. You got the seats in the back. Obviously, this is a 3-row sitting configuration. In the back, is it big enough? Well, I think if we talk about, let's say, even my SUV, my Everest, yes, my Everest, the back portion here are small in most SUVs, and here I would say you could fit a large bag this way or 2 smaller bags upright, so it's good enough. But in the back, I think this is where they get quite interesting. If you come here, Mitsubishi in this car, everywhere you go, there are compartments. Over here, they got 3 compartments over there. You got some small space over here to put stuff, some space over there also. And if you go inside, you will see space galore. Let me show you what I mean. We spoke about compartments. I think Mitsubishi did a great job with compartments. If you see on the side here, this door handle piece normally is a spot whereby they make a hole there and you put a hand there and that's it. But they said, why not make a place to put stuff in? So yeah, this is actually a place to put your stuff in. If I got my specs here, you can see that it does go in quite a way in deep. You got compartments here. You got 3 little cubby holders to put your drinks. In the back seat, this spot here is normally wasted. It's just a flat piece. And we go to Lazada and buy stuff to put for the back seat. And you might think, Thana, we won't do that. Well, if you're a daddy, you will, because most parents have got a problem with kids bringing their stuff in, from pencil, markers to the tablets to their phones and all their toys. My kids will love this because why? A spot to put all their bits and pieces. This is very smart. Come in the back. The seat, obviously, these are nice little quilted diamond stitching. I am a fan of this. And no aircon vents here, but instead what you get is on the top. If you look on top over here, yep, here we've got this vents over here. Now I actually prefer these vents in a family SUV or a MPV, because why? They're out of the way. No one's saying, oh, you're blocking me, I can't get the air conditioning and stuff. It's way up there. The kids would not fight, and you can direct them to wherever you want to. So this is definitely the way to go if you're having an MPV or an SUV. The seats are quite comfortable. One thing I did not like about this is this. Now let's go to the back. So opening to go to the back, yes, latch there, and it drops and lifts up. Problem number 1 is the lifting up process is, as you can see over here, the spring isn't as strong as I would like it to be. If you've got a smaller child, they have problem trying to lift this. The spring isn't as strong enough. That's problem number 1. Number 2, they come on the back here. Now, there is a warning up here, and I'll show you on the side over here, the warning that is there. But if you see my leg, okay, so this is my leg, and over here it's quite nice, it's quite comfortable. But these over here, they are the latch for the seats. If my kids were to put their feet here or a feet here and slam this, and trust me, it will slam. You see, there is no, it will slam their leg and it'll be disastrous. So is this MPV I will buy if I got small kids to operate on their own? No, I will probably put them in the back, make sure they move their feet away, and then I will go and slam, even though I'm scared, you see. Yeah, I'm quite scared it might hit my leg. So yes, that is a problem. I think Mitsubishi need to think about that. Maybe have stronger springs up here so that it's hard for you to slam this down, you know. If it's hard to slam down, I think it's a good thing. I spoke about the springs here, and this is what I mean over here. You see the spring here, this is actually quite loose. You know, there's not much tension here. They could have actually pulled this much further, so even at this point, there's tension. Because now, it only comes at this point, there's tension. So yeah, I think Mitsubishi, you got to improve this design, because I think this is a safety hazard. What do I think about the headroom in the back? It's quite good. I'm about 5'7", and as you can see here, That's much space I have. A lot of space at the back, a lot of space for my leg. Even my leg room here is not only for my knee, but even for my leg, I can slot it underneath, and there's a lot of space down there. Almost this much space down. So as a 5-seater SUV, extremely comfortable. 5+2, I think it's pretty good. But as a 7-seater full time, I'm having some hesitation because of that spring when you close the back seat. But other than that, it's fantastic. Let's go to the front. They always say the front seat is always the best seat in the house. Well, what do I think? I do feel comfortable here. The diamond quilt leather seats are extremely comfortable, good support. The steering itself with the leather wrap steering, which is quite chunky, I think it's brilliant. It's not the soft leather type, it's the hard leather type, so it does feel more like a pickup truck or an SUV. It's very hardy on your hands, so it does look nice. Even the handbrake, the e-brake over here, it's been a long time since I got into a car or SUV or MPV which has got this chunky handbrake, so I do welcome that. The gear lever, well, some might say the gear lever does shake a little when you move it, but I know, come on guys, when you put to D and then you put back to P, that's it, you're not going to hold the steering. This is not a manual, so I'm okay with the fact a small wiggle is there in the gear shift itself. Let's have a look at the dash itself. Let's talk interior with the Mitsubishi Xpander. So in front here you got a cluster, and this cluster is not digital. The small little screen on the top there, but I think it's sufficient. It's quite classy. Even compared to the BM3 series, I prefer these kind of actual analog dials. They are adequate enough. Yeah, there is no ref limiter. You can see that it went to ref past 4000, so it's a very basic engine. What else do I see over here? Well, you've got this nice little leather steering there, and what took me aback was just the button themselves. If you press this, I think it's very satisfying. It's not cheap and flimsy like what I see in other Japanese cars. They're quite nice sturdy buttons. Even this, you know, as you can see there, cruise control, resume, cancel. This is a blank button. This is your poverty button. And you got your call, end call, and voice activation. This actually links to your Android system, and if you plug in a phone there, immediately you'll get Android, and I think it's sufficient. One complaint that I do have about this car in terms of the infotainment system is that volume is on this side, volume here is on these buttons here, but nothing as a knob down there. If you got a spouse that wants to put the volume down, that is a problem, because while driving, to navigate, to try to get these buttons over here, they're not the easiest things to do. Cubby spaces are a premium in this car. You've got space inside here. You can see my finger there, it goes in, space there. You got space down here. Yep. You have got space here. Yep, this is not see-through, this is actually a space in here. What else? You got space in here for your drinks. You got space back there. And this is a small divider to give you like a double layer space compartment, which I believe you can store away on the back side over here. There's a way for you to mount this to leave it there. But yeah, let's put it back to where it was. Double layer. Up here you have got little compartments to put stuff again. Cubby holders inside, deep enough. Oh, over there, look at that. More space, but that space is not a space. That's actually that's actually the fuses and all that bits over there. Do not put stuff here because it will fall to the ground. Your space is only this part. And what else? Oh yeah, mystery space down here. You got little pocket to put maybe your smart tag. Nah, I don't think so. Maybe coins. Yeah, coins and cards you can put over there. And again, like in the back, you got this space to put cubby to put bottles 1, 2 and 3, nicely separated. I do welcome these kind of compartments. Cukup makan is definitely a word, because even here the camera, you press this button there, but 360 camera is there. Let's put the volume down. The quality isn't the best. 1 second. Yeah, the quality isn't the best, but you do get this camera, left, front. Yeah, let me just off this thing over here. And that's one thing. If I go to my camera, for some reason it goes to my radio. I have no idea why. But again, you get right, left, front, and back to your home page. So yeah, weird setup with the camera, but there's a camera. This button here is for the info. If you press here, it goes to the various menus: trip A, trip B, km. I have to next refuel, average fuel consumption, and all the other bits and pieces, and eco, which I don't care about. But yeah, that's it. Making a car feel sporty is easy. Bigger rims, bigger tires, bigger engine, and make the car low enough and the car will handle sporty. But to make an SUV or an MPV sporty, feeling good, and confident on the road, it's a difficult task, and I think the Xpander just does that easily. The Arus, the Alza, they all handle like a bag of potato compared to this. This handles very well. It's very pliant, but yet it's very comforting on the road. Taking corners, for example, I'm surprised that this has got a low center of gravity. It doesn't have much body roll, which you would expect with a car this size. So again, surprised? Yes. Is it a sporty car? No. But is it sufficient? Cukup makan. Cukup makan is the keyword. As Con said, it's a good package put together. I give it a thumbs up. So as a conclusion, what do I think about the Xpander? For 91,359 ringgit, it goes up against things like the BRV, the cheaper Alza, and obviously the very old Exora. And among the lot, this I might say is the best handling MPV of the lot. It's more modern and stylish, definitely. Safety features, not really up there because it only has got 2 airbags in there. The rear seat, to me, they are functional, but that whole mechanism whereby you could actually slam and hurt your feet if you were to close that third row and not being careful, that to me is a bummer. Other than that, I think really consider this vehicle. I think it's a good value proposition. Fuel efficient, very good. I poured in about 20 ringgit of fuel and it got me just almost hitting the halfway point, which I was pretty impressed by. And I've been driving around for a day or two now and it's been really good on the fuel. So yeah, I think it's a very fuel efficient car. As a 5+2, excellent, and definitely looks the part. The front, at least. When you go to the back, you might think, well, it doesn't really gel well together until you think about the color options. My guess is don't go for black, don't go for dark colors, go for bright colors because you want this piece here to show. So if you go for a bright enough color, or even like this red over here, it's quite nice. This polished up with coating, the contrast on this black and red, I think will pop. So that's about it, my review of the Xpander. Hope you like it. Till next time, this is me saying go out there and have a little more fun.